Well, welcome back. This is part 3 of episode 3, which is the opportunity to teach and the opportunity to sell. We were talking in the second one about selling in so many different variables. Again, if you're a teacher in New York, you might want to do the program at $345, make $300 off each student. You might want to do it on Skype, where everybody logs in and you have a replay. You're free to do whatever you want to do. If you want to have a website and make your sales presentation on the website, send them to my site and they buy on my site, then you're still going to make your commission. So you're free to create your own business and teach how you want to. Along the lines, when you're a teacher, I think God calls certain people to teach things to everybody. Certainly, if you're a preacher, it's a different calling than somebody who's called to be a doctor or wants to be an attorney. But in the end, we all need the pieces of paper to be able to buy things. Now, you can't take your money with you. Nobody can. That's why this course shows you how to get in balance to where your life is better. Think of how valuable it is to fall in love with the person who's the dream of your life and to stay that way for the rest of your life. How does that occur? How does that happen? It's not the 50s and 60s where people got married and stayed married forever. Go to my website and look at all the PRs of me and Mila. I mean, I am so fortunate, so lucky. What I have with her, you can learn to have too. But it's deciding that I didn't want to be a workaholic, deciding that I didn't want to be gone 40 weeks a year, deciding that I can work a smarter way, a better way, and be gone less and give more back to the world. So for me, this is my legacy. Now I'm into wanting to spend the next 37 years of my life with her and create a better life for so many people throughout the world. I was gone all the time. I missed my kids growing up. I was gone so many Thanksgivings doing shows. I was at the Academy Awards when my daughters were wanting me to come watch them in the swim meets. Or my one daughter was playing in the state tournament and she's one of the better tennis players in Kentucky. And I never seen her play. So me being gone was my way of lying and saying, I'm doing it for you. No, I was doing it for me because everywhere I went, 400, 500 people would come and clap and, yay, can I have a picture of you? Can I have a picture of you, Ronaldo? And that was my stage name. It was given to me by Sam Boyd when I did casinos. He said, no, we don't want Ronnie. We want a designer name. And on my IRS, it's Ronald. So he said, no, we'll just take and change it to Ronaldo. But it gave me everything that I didn't get in my life. I was hurt. I broke my neck. I cut my thumb off. I fell off a building. I had an aneurysm. And I had to learn. And when I started becoming successful, the inner need to be appreciated, all my self-esteem, all my image, all my certainty came from the fact that out there on the road, being gone 40 weeks out of the year, I was happy. Everywhere I went, I was the superstar. I was the Michael Jordan. I was the rock star. And I got addicted to more and more and more. I skipped vacations. I have been, one of my stores, Molly called one time and said, everybody's got the flu. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like, you're only 11 hours away. I'll come help you for a couple of days. Christmas Eve and Christmas, I drive to help one of my stores because she's a friend of mine. And of course I sold $30,000 or $40,000 worth of my jewelry. But hundreds came to see me. Oh, how you doing? Merry Christmas. What are you doing here? Molly's employees all have the flu. I'm coming to help a friend. I came to help myself. I had my daughter come over at Christmas one time. I'm calling customers in my office in my home. And she's like, Dad, what's wrong with you? It's Christmas. Your grandkids are in here and you're on the phone. I was a workaholic. I was addicted to work. And that whole scenario cost me closeness, cost me much more. But at the time when you're addicted to anything, you do not want to acknowledge it. You do not want to admit it. If you're addicted to alcohol, you'll do anything you can to say, I don't have a problem. After I crashed from that lifestyle, I reevaluated my life and said, no, I'm never going to go back to being addicted again. If I ever fall in love again, the thing I'm going to do is make sure that she knows that there's not enough money in the world to make me work and stay away from her. So this whole course will teach you how to fall in love, how to be successful, how to be happy. It took so many years. If you're 30, it took 26 years to program your mind. If you're 40, it took 36 years to program your mind. If you're 22, it took 16 years to program your mind. Society teaches you in a hard way. It hurts your self-esteem, it hurts your self-confidence. You feel you don't measure up. This whole program gets rid of all that. When you get through with it within a year, if you follow step by step, day by day, what to do, you'll be a superstar. And if your goal is that you want to be in love and have a great family and make sure your kids don't get off track, there's all kinds of things in there that make it so great. But when you experience that, you want to teach it or you want to earn money from it. There's nothing wrong with earning money. And I can tell you this, God wants you to be financially successful beyond your wildest dreams so that you can pass that on to other people, so that you can help other people raise their standard of living. Or you make so much money you can help charities, or you can help the neighbors, or you can be the one who goes to the church and buys 50 or 100 turkeys and pass them out in the neighborhoods of the poor, and nobody even knows you do it. Because it's not about fame, it's about real. And I've been very famous in things before, but fame is eluding, it's not real, it's shallow. Rock stars, they get addicted to all the stuff that comes with it. But in the end, when you lay your head down, next to the love of your life, that's the best feeling you'll ever have. Or when you go to sleep and your kids call you from college and say, hey Dad, I had a great childhood, and thanks for teaching me that I can be anything I want to be, that I can do anything I want to do. Education's the way. And thanks Dad for being there. Thanks Dad and Mom for teaching me to read 3 times faster than everybody else. Everybody else is killing herself at college. I'm getting it done in 2 or 3 hours and everybody else is working 9. Everybody else can't remember the information and I hang on to all of it. How valuable is that to your future generations and your grandkids? You have the ability to change their lives. And when you can do that, my friends, the sky's the limit on what you can emotionally do, what you can spiritually do, and what you can financially do. We'll get back in a second. That's going to be the end of the podcast today. The podcast runs for 30 minutes 2 times a week, and we do the YouTube at 10 minutes so that it doesn't get too boring for you, and we'll come back to episode 4 next time. Thank you. This is Ronnie Needham from Now's the Time, signing off.